Hey, figured I'd just give a quick little tour of the new ship setup because those Prototech Factorum people destroyed the old one badly, very quickly. But amidst loss, there is what design it, field it, lose it, rebuild it, or something like that. So we are now sitting at the rarely used like observation helm or some crap, main helm, top helm of the MultiPro Extreme edition, which appears to be able to bring 3.5 million down to the surface safely and can stay there for about 45 minutes before it can leave with a full load and get back out to orbit. So yay. Hey, that's pretty, isn't it? Eclipse of the whatever the heck that planet is about to happen. That would have to be the Mars Lake. So anyway, there's some music. Yeah, that's nice. So yes, you can see really beautifully visible visibility, laden helm there. Nice little round windows, or of course windows, and Prototech gyro room, I guess I would call this. And the best part, in my opinion, is that it exits to this beautiful, beautiful view of space truck. Oh, and then it's worth mentioning, nobody's playing around and making sure that their doors are auto. Simply one event controller at one timer will make your whole ship, keep its oxygen pretty well. And it's just an event controller that recognizes when the doors open, a group of all of these doors together, a timer on a 1 second, for me 1 second, put it on 2 if you want some more time or something, I guess. A 1 second timer that closes the whole group. And that will make sure that your doors open. And of course, I'm spending oxygen every time I do that here. This is a non-airlocked room. As stated, the rarely used observation bridge. Like, it's just sitting on like a little floodlights. So the seat is really just out there in space, ready to look everywhere. And then space truck fitting so nicely on this never measured. This was just, the size that I kind of built this rear parapet balcony, whatever the heck it is. And the space truck ends up fitting in there, inches from every possible spot, almost getting poked here. But it fits. And the trick to this, by the way, stretch them off the thing as far as you can, park them high, and put the suspension offset thing on a button. And then raise up your suspension until these wheels are not being compressed. Otherwise, wheels in space are cursed, to say the least. So this is just a refit of other design that I had to add armaments, space for safe zone, which we seem to be running all the time these days. And a pair of Prototech jump drives is always nice. Keep things moving. This one also had a pair of standard ones hidden down in here. It was never built very warlike, so everything is really accessible. You shoot these jump drives out like nothing. It's just a little light armor between the works and, the outside. But at this point, it lives inside of a safe zone all the time. And that means that a little bit of armament is what it really takes. A couple thousand shells for every cannon and, some guns on every side. We get through it. It has some smoke on it, so you always think something's wrong. Still, to this day, has me looking at it half the time like, oh my god, what the hell? Oh, it's burning. Wow, quadruple eclipse due to the safe zone. You can see back here our little workhorse tugboat attack craft. Right now it's got a little leg on it with the foot because it helps me extract Prototech. But it's got 3 little rail guns in there. And then all the AI, so you can just throw it at the enemy, turn on the AI, and tell it to go, and it will just sit there and relentlessly attack until it dies. And it works good. Well, 50% of the time. There used to be 2 of them back here, but they often do succumb to the rigors of battle. And, if I'm doing something with it and one little ship shoots me from the side with a cannon shot or a rail shot or anything, it's pretty much over. But they're so cute and fun. And then, I suppose, the interior is worth digging into here. So you can see with the timing system there, it's nice. You just go in the door, close it behind you, pop the other one. You basically have airlocks without all the timing and everything. And I've worked extensively to try to come up with the best vanilla, non-scripted, you know, airlock systems. And I've got some pretty groovy stuff, but this is just so much simpler for a lot of my ships these days. It's just like, nah, let's just have the doors auto-close. It's just me. Take my time. And we have the interior. Nothing crazy. Nothing special. A few buttons, a few things. It's nice that we can depressurize from the inside or the outside. And there's no space, so we're actually going to depressurize this one. And then pop that over the hangar door there. And the thought was that we could then fly in some kind of Ferrari of a ship or something and park it here in the showcase area. Stick a little light somewhere pointing at it or something, I don't know. But, yeah. Nice views of Earth down there, huh? It's kind of far down there. Well, there's 2 layers of glass, or this would just feel unsafe, you know? You know, new cloning vats, instead of used to be just cloning or not cloning, but, you know, lab vats instead of the cryo chambers. And then, you know, just a little bridge. Nothing too crazy or special, but I like that it's got pretty good visibility. It's cool that over your shoulder here you can actually see what is the main docking port on this one. So you can actually bring it into dock, just bringing that thing right above you, like 3 blocks above your head, and then watch over your shoulder as it's lining up. Because this one engages like a catwalk and everything, so it takes a view like that sometimes if you want to really pretend like you're not in a safe zone and dock it carefully, you know. You know, button panels that haven't been programmed yet. Definitely a few things in the works here. But the last little spot worth pointing out, I suppose, oh, and of course the Prototech fusion reactor powering it. A little bit of nuclear for backup and extra. The projector that can project the ship's own projection upon it for repair's sake and all that. So with the battery and whatever. And then cute little catwalk, you know, down the works here, you know, past the storages and whatnot, and leading out to the, you know, the spot that would be connected, obviously, to the base. So I heard just making sure it's an unidentified and not a friend. Not a friend. And then up here, the kind of like the working bridge, you know, this is where all companies usually just pile the ship quick, you know, and it's just a nice spot for the docking and everything, you know. See, it really does light up a lot more. It's got a couple spotlights up top and this and that, so that the ship gets pretty bright when it wants to as well. It does have a set of landing lights down there. I don't really run a button handy. And of course, we turn off most of this extra down thrust because it does not want that much in space. You're trying to dock in every direction is, you know, a couple meters per second of acceleration, and then you hit the up button, and it's 0 to 50 in a quarter of a second. So, yeah, another set of buttons that need to get their final programming here. And, yeah, kind of a cool little, you know, setup here where you can, of course, walk up and enjoy the, you know, got some refill stations outside to, you know, keep things topped off, and, you know, direct access to the warp drives in the safe zone on a ship like this is a good thing. Under the crackling electric, you know, plasma effect here feels fitting. You know, for a throw together, this was an emergency ship because the other one got destroyed. So, for something like that, I think that's exactly what we were looking for. And that's The ship? Oh, yeah. When you can't fit your ship's name, well, it used to be a little grayer, I suppose, but put a screen out there and make it the ship's color, and you just stick your ship's name on there and have a big old long name, like the NPC USS MultiPro Extreme Edition. Trademark, copyright. I'm kidding. If anybody wants, I'll put the design out there. But it contains pretty much every DLC that exists, I think. So